We putting work, turning nothing into something. They feelings hurt, we turning nothing into something. Give a fuck if they don't like me, cause all this bread I count excites me. Turning nothing to something, nothing into something. Turning nothing into something.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Unexpected and unscheduled blunt thoughts, but that's how we feeling right now. That is how we feeling right now after this dreadful week of baseball that we've been watching with this team. It's been so bad that yours truly didn't even make it out to too many games. Didn't even make it out to too many games. I was there, I think Monday and maybe Saturday. Was it really saying 11 p.m. tomorrow night? I apologize. My bad. Oh, well. So it's not 11 p.m. tomorrow night, guys. It's 11 p.m. tonight. And gals. But thanks for joining in. Thanks for joining in. We'll see how many people we get in here. But like I was saying, man, it's just been a rough week. It's been a rough week for our New York Mets. It's been a rough couple of months, really, man, since we had that little nice start that, man, credit to some people. What's up, Santos? Credit to some people who early on, and a lot of times we don't want to hear it because sometimes these people tend to be negative all the time, right? So when they're saying early on, like, "Oh, this is not sustainable," you really think this team is going to keep this up, and we're winning by the skin of our teeth. This is, there's no offense, and this and that, and you're like, "Yeah, I get it," but when the offense kicks up, imagine how it's going to look. At least we're winning. Let's enjoy the winning, and it's going to turn around. And when this offense picks it up, we're going to be the best team in baseball. Look at how good we're playing now. So imagine when that does happen. And instead, here we are on August 6th, and we're still waiting. We're still waiting to the point where lately I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to just relax and enjoy this season as best I can because I feel like the season is getting away from me. And it's been like just anxious, just waiting for something, waiting for the trade deadline, waiting for guys to get healthy, waiting for the offense to kick it in, waiting for Juan Soto to get comfortable. And it's like, when is this gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? And like I said, here we are, August 6th. What is it now? 48, 47. I lose count. Games left. And there's certain days now because our weather is insane. I just saw it's gonna be back to like 91, up 90s, another little heat wave starting on Sunday. But there's days I'm waking up early in the morning or late at night. I gotta put on a hoodie because it's getting cold out here. And I'm like, gosh, summer's almost over. And I feel like I haven't enjoyed this baseball season. But this team is making it hard for us to enjoy it. Shout out to my homie Quays, who's back here helping us out like always. We was out in Baltimore. Had some fun with Mendy. Mendy said, take it easy. We're going to be all right. It hasn't been all right, Mendy. It's hard to take it easy. It has not been all right. We keep seeing the same thing. We keep seeing the same things. My guy Mendy, who spoke to Sal today, man, shout out to both of them. Shout out to Mendy for doing a radio spot, which we don't see too much often anymore. And shout out Mo for him doing it before a game on an afternoon game, 2 hours before the game. And shout out to my guy Sal for getting them. But even Mendoza, who, you guys know I'm a fan of Mendoza. Some people think, oh, I'm an apologist for Mendoza, or I don't criticize Mendoza or this and that. He's been struggling. I'm listening to him today, and he's talking about last night and pulling Clay Holmes. And he's talking about like how, I wanted to be aggressive there because I had my bullpen and we have a day off coming up and everybody was healthy. And, I didn't want to have Clay Holmes go a third time through the order and this and that. And I'm thinking, nah, to hell with that, dude. This is what I'm talking about. You want to be aggressive? How about being aggressive and pushing Clay Holmes there? Because we've seen lately where you're pushing the wrong guys, you're pulling the wrong guys, and games are falling apart, in part due to that. So Mendy's been struggling. The offense is struggling. The bullpen struggled a little bit. The starter's not healthy, now getting healthy and still struggling. Shout out to my guy, Rube the Pope, man. Appreciate the repost of the stream, my brother. Appreciate it. But you know what I mostly hate about what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen? Again, I feel like the season is getting away from me. I feel like the season is getting away from me. But I'm also starting to myself, within myself, in my conversations with myself, I'm asking again, is this core good enough? Is this core that consists of Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, Francisco Lindor? I'm even going to add a Jeff McNeil to that. With the addition of Juan Soto, which is what we thought, right? All these years we've been talking about, we need a real star on this team. We need somebody to come and take the pressure off these guys. And whenever we had that conversation, we would bring up Juan Soto as a choice for that, as the best option for that. And now we have him, and we're still talking about how we need another bat. We need this, we need that, we need this. But what is still also happening is that the guys that were already here continue to be wildly inconsistent. I love Brandon Nimmo. I'm also accused of being a Brandon Nimmo apologist. Brandon Nimmo is wildly inconsistent. We all love Francisco Lindor. He was a superhero to end last season and in some ways to start this season. Francisco Lindor is wildly inconsistent. Pete Alonso's been great this year. Better than many of us could have thought. Pete Alonso is wildly inconsistent. So again, is this core good enough? Some people want to change the manager. I was told it was Buck. We needed to get rid of Buck. Buck was out of touch. Buck was too complacent. Buck this, Buck that. They took Buck's identity. It was because of Buck that this team showed no fight when they got hit by pitches, when they got pushed around. Because Buck wasn't letting them retaliate, do anything. And now I'm starting to hear the same thing about Carlos Mendoza. You can't make guys something they're not. If these guys are passive, that's who they are. Explosive, what do you mean where are these comments showing up? They should show up on the YouTube stream. I'm confused. Santos says that's the question we all need to talk about. I don't think this core is it. They have been together for far too long and fallen flat on their asses. They are ridiculously inconsistent. Yeah. And again, I don't want to have that conversation. I don't. But they make us have that conversation. They make us have that conversation. Damn, I don't know, Santos. um, yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see the messages. I don't know if people have blocked you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yes, man, this team has been frustrating to watch. Even the other night when I was there, Monday night, make this great comeback. I'm doing the live stream. Francisco Lindor gets his beautiful hit down the line. And as soon as he hits that ball, I'm saying, let's go. Game over, baby. I'm sending Tyrone Taylor home. And when whatever the hell his name is, stops him, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. The last couple of days, Lindor has roped some balls. And I'm not an exit velocity guy. I don't care about exit velocity. I need results. I don't care about weighted this, expected this, WOBA that. I don't care. I'm not an agent. I'm not a front office guy. I'm an ignorant fan. I need results. But man, you got to be honest. Dude has smoked some balls lately. Off the pitcher, right to the shortstop, double play. Off the pitcher, he gets it out at first. Or line drive right at somebody. But still doesn't change the fact that all of these guys are wildly inconsistent. Extremely wildly inconsistent. So is this core good enough? Or is David Stearns this offseason gonna have to really shake this thing up? And maybe that is just letting Pete Alonso walk, and maybe that fixes everything. I know people are gonna tell me, well, you can't trade Brandon Nimmo, you can't trade Francisco Lindor, you can't trade this guy, you can't trade. You can do whatever you want if you really want to. You could eat money. I'm not suggesting that you do that. I'm not suggesting that this is good practice. I'm just saying, how long do you keep going with this? And listen, the Phillies lost today. The reality is we are only 2.5 games out. Right? We're in a way better spot than we were last season, how some people will tell me. And I agree with all of that. But you cannot be watching this season right now. See, because I'm talking about the here and now. You cannot have been watching the season and have gone through the season and feel confident about this team. It has to go on a tremendous run in order for me to feel that way. It has to play a certain brand of baseball that we haven't really seen this year, at least consistently. We talk about the 27 out Mets, and they show up every now and then, but in incomplete fashion. So yeah, they'll show up for 27 outs, but that night 30 outs is required of them, and they cannot get through those 30 outs. So they'll tie the game and they'll go to extra innings, but then they'll lose in extras. Or maybe they play for 24 outs. And listen, when I say play, obviously they're playing the whole game. But they'll maybe almost come back or come back in the 8th and lose in the 9th. See, they still show a good trait in that they're able to come back. They're never really dead. As much as some people want to say, oh, they just quit, they lay down and that's it. They don't fight back. That is not necessarily true. Now, some games is harder to fight back from, right? As much as I hate giving, give the other to give the other team credit, give the other team credit. Enough of that garbage. But sometimes, yeah, the other team is on it. The other pitcher's on it. Whatever. You just can't come back. But more often than not, this team comes back. That's a good thing. But you can't do that all the time. It's like I was saying in the space earlier today. Can we start getting some early leads and make the other team fight back? But that's another thing. There's games that this team will get a lead, 2-0, and then they'll stay right there. They won't add any more runs. And what happens? The other team comes back, they tired it, they take the lead, bloop, and there's that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, and I've said it myself, right? They can't react the way that we do. They can't overreact the way that we do. They can get emotional the way that we do. But I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, because again, to me, it's about what I'm watching, right? And what we've watched, well, let me see if I get it up here. What we've watched this year is a team that struggles on the road, right? We've watched a team that struggles on the road, that is not good on the road. There's nobody here that can come and tell me, yeah, I feel confident about the New York Mets playing on the road. And I've been talking about this in a couple of videos. I've been talking about this in a couple of spaces, almost in all the spaces. And I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to take a look at something. Let me make sure it's ready here. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So this team started the month of August with 18 home games and 9 road games, ladies and gentlemen. 18 home games and 9 road games. This is a team that has struggled on the road. It is now, how many games has it been? 6, 1 and 5 in 6 of those 18 home games. That to me, that to me are extremely important because again, this is a team that has struggled mightily on the road, right? Mightily on the road. 18 home games, 9 road in August. You want to see what September looks like? Check this out. 16 road games and 9 home games. 16 road games and 9 home games. Are we going to feel confident that this team, with its season on the line in September, can get the job done while playing all these road games? I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not. So to me, that's why it's important for this team to handle business in August. And obviously, you cannot win a division. I mean, I guess you could clinch, but that's not going to happen this year, right? But you can put yourself in a good position to be sure that you can withstand whatever comes and happens in September. And I've been loosely quoting Yogi Berra, who, when talking about playing, I think it was left field at the Yankee Stadium or wherever the hell it was, said it gets late early out there. Well, it's getting late early, and it's really not too early. Again, when we're talking about, we have, I forget, 48 games. I lost count. I lost count because I don't even want to think about it. I can't see now how this team gets to at least 94 wins, which is the number that I have predicted for them. 57 games left. Huh? No, no. Yeah. 47 games left. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. What do we got here? And that's another thing that terrifies me. I was trying to leave that alone, Junior. But that is another thing that terrifies me. Who is confident about us having to go and win the game out in Miami to save our season, or maybe two, and then Miami's not going to kick our ass. Can anybody be confident tell me that that's not going to happen? Because that would be exactly what I would expect to happen. And we have four. We end August with 4 home games against the Marlins, and then end the season out in Miami. Yeah, with those three road games after we play the Cubs for 3, who maybe hopefully have clinched and have nothing to play for. But how does that work out for us? The last couple of series, all I heard about was how, hey, don't worry, those teams sold. The Giants gave up. They packed it in. We'll be able to handle them. The Guardians sold. Their closers suspended or on whatever, being investigated. We got to worry about them. We got that. We got this. How'd that work out? The fuck is that? So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. Like I said earlier, this team has to start showing me and giving me reason to feel confident about it again. Because I was confident. I was the one coming out here talking about, yo, you can't have watched and have gone through the 2024 Mets and be in panic mode here. It's a long season. We're winning games. Soto's going to figure it out. I was the one who early on, when Evan Roberts, shout out Evan Roberts, said, when will Met fans boo Juan Soto? I was the one saying, ain't going to be no booing of Juan Soto. Because there's going to be no adjustment period for Juan Soto. Juan Soto already played in New York. We saw how he did. He's won the World Series. He's performing under pressure. He's going to come over here and take off. In our minds, this is where he's always wanted to be. He's been flirting with us for years. Well, I was wrong. Now everybody's telling me, oh, well, look at Carlos Beltran. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. It might take him a whole year to adjust. I don't want to hear that nonsense. I don't want to hear it. So I got to waste a year of all these other guys' primes because Juan Soto has to adjust, and it's going to take him a whole year where he just played a season across the bridge in the Bronx? What's the big difference? Oh, Hector, he didn't have the contract. He has to live up to the contract now. That thing is weighing on him. Well, that's what he wanted, right? Just be you. Just be you. The problem is he hasn't been Juan Soto. Where's the shuffle? Some people are dismiss it like, oh, I don't care. I don't need to see the shuffle. I need to see the production. Okay, well, the shuffle is part of him. Where's that guy that I always saw was having fun with his teammates? Had that swag. I know people don't want to hear it, but sometimes he looks miserable. And the post games and interviews, he looks like he wants no part of it. He hasn't won any part of any team celebration or anything the team does. And some people are like, oh, who cares? It's him. I don't care. Okay, but why? Why the change? I saw that even today, he didn't want to do the home run celebration. And I get it. My boy's like, oh, good for him. Good for him. There's nothing to celebrate. We're getting our ass kicked. And I get it. I understand that. There is some truth to that. There's some truth to that. At the same time, it wasn't like he hit the home run and put his head down and ran around the bases. He didn't do that. He stood there and watched it. He smiled at the pitcher. He smiled as he's rounding the bases. He's smiling as he's rounding third, talking to Jose Ramirez. He's smiling when he gets to home plate to talking to the catcher. But then he gets in the dugout and wants nothing to do with his teammates. Now he's straight faced. Now he's not smiling. Now he doesn't want to pose for the picture. Again, does it matter? No. If he was producing, it wouldn't matter, but he's not. And it's not just him. They all aren't. The whole runners and scoring position and him having the worst numbers. But why does this guy seem so uncomfortable? And I don't know that he is or he isn't. I am not there. I am not there. And yes, we can get into trouble by trying to read bad body language and things that we know nothing about. But why is this the perception that is coming off the screen to me and to many others that don't just want to be blinded and feel like we're Met fans, so we can't say this? We can't question it. Oh my gosh, because Yankee fans are going to have fun. I don't give a damn. It's my blunt thought. Does that mean that I don't like the player, that I don't believe in the player, that I think he's washed up? No. No. It means I'm frustrated with the here and now because the results aren't there. This is Blunt Thoughts Live. This is not Mets Talk Unfiltered. Eddie's on Mets Talk Unfiltered. That'll be tomorrow. This was me wanting to have some blunt thoughts because it's been running through my damn mind all day. You'll probably get that tomorrow. I hate that name though. Only one. But since you're keeping the comments clean, but this is frustrating, man. And if you're a fan, you're not frustrated right now. You're not a little annoyed. I don't even want to say concerned because I'm still not at the concerned level just yet. Kind of want to get there, but I pull myself back. I am concerned that this team is not as good as maybe we thought it was, or maybe as good as we want it to be. Maybe they just aren't. But then I tell myself, nah, that's nonsense, Hector. That's nonsense. Because Francisco Lindor is better than what he's been playing. And I know he's been getting hot lately. Juan Soto is better, is more consistent, is more clutch than what he's been playing. Shamanaya is gonna get into form. It will be a benefit. It will be a blessing in disguise that he missed those first couple of months so that now he doesn't wear it down at the end of the season and he's strong and ready to go and hopefully healthy and finds his groove. But it needs to happen. Kodai Senga is going to finally figure out his damn mechanic issues and start being more effective. But it needs to happen. Oh, yeah, if those things happen, we're a great team. We could be a good team. Eventually, the offense is going to figure it out. And we're going to have 2 or 3 guys going at the same time instead of all not going at the same time. And it may be one guy getting it done, whatever the hell getting it done is. But it needs to happen. We have this great bullpen, but what the hell good is it going to be if we ain't going to have no damn leads to give to them? If instead they got to try to hold a deficit where it is so that we could try to fight back all the time. When are these things going to happen? When is Carlos Mendoza going to start pressing the right buttons? Because lately you're pressing the wrong buttons, my guy. More often than not, it seems like every move you make, whether it be with the bullpen, whether it be with a defensive substitution that comes too early, and now that guy's spot in the batting order comes up again, and we wish we had him still in the lineup instead of the guy you put in. When is it gonna happen? What happened to a guy like Luis Torrens? And this is where I go back to the hitting coaches. Are they trying to get Luis Torrens to put the ball in the air to hit for more power? To hit for more slug? Instead of letting to Luis Torrens be the professional hitter that we all loved when he got here, that would put the ball between first and second the other way, that would put the ball over the second baseman's head. Where's that Luis Torrens? Because I'm tired of seeing him fly out to the warning track. You ain't got no power. Don't put the damn ball in the air. Line drives, line drives. He's starting to remind me of Tomas Needle. That was Tomas Needle. Blah, blah. Oh, shit. Damn. Warning track power. Get back to being that professional bat. But again, is it these stupid hitting coaches with the we rather let a ball go that you could just put in play and take the other way because we want you to wait for the pitch that you're going to be able to drive and do damage with? If you tuned into the live stream that I did on Monday night when Luis Torrens made that last out, I was begging, like, please do not hit me a warning track power flyer right now. All we need is a damn hit. Put that ball the other way like you've always done. And what does he do? Warning track power right in the right field corner. I wanted to throw up. People want to tell me, oh, no, it's still time. Still time to turn it around. Really? This offense, watch when this offense figures it out. We've been waiting all year. We're down to 47 games left. Again, I'm just throwing that number out there. I apologize. I've totally lost track of how many games we got left. 48, 49, 57. I don't fucking know. How many games have we played? What's our record? What the hell are we? Yeah, 63 52. That's 115 games, correct? 47 damn games left. Memphis still okay. Well, even Mendoza talked about the hitting coaches today. Well, he finally said we're not making adjustments. We're not making adjustments to the adjustments that they're making to us in game. We need to talk about that. The talk should be that talk should have happened a long time ago. I told you this, Mendy. I told you this like 3 blunt thoughts ago. Matter of fact, I talked about this when they had the players only meeting. What did I say, ladies and gentlemen? Those of you that watch, what did I say? I said after that meeting, there should have been another meeting where David Stearns and Carlos Mendoza pulled the hitting coaches into the office and said, what the hell are you guys doing? What kind of adjustments are you guys making? Because this is not working. This is not working. We talk about why Juan Soto is not Juan Soto, and I've said this since the beginning. And I called Sal today, and Sal told me, I agree. Shout out to my guy, Master Flip, who came in his space and told me the same thing. And I agree. The certain hitting coaches affect to a certain extent. The hitting coaches really, like, come on. Juan Soto comes to the New York Mets, and both Eric Chavez and Jeremy Barnes go to Juan Soto and say, listen, Juan, What can we do for you? What do you need from us to get ready, to be comfortable? Whatever it is, we'll get it done. Did I scratch myself? What the hell is this? Or is that like a shadow? Well, I can't see if I take off my glasses, but what the fuck? I'm sorry. This shit is killing me. Um, anyways. So yeah. Now maybe as the year goes on, Soto's asking them for help and they don't have the know-how to help him. Maybe that's part of the problem now. But one thing that's always bothered me, and this has bothered me for a while, but it specifically bothers me this year, is when they talk about controlled aggression. And when we wonder why these guys keep swinging first pitch, well, it's because that's what they want to do. And I don't totally disagree with that. In certain situations, you want to jump on the pitcher, even if he's walked a couple of guys and they have a mound visit. What do you think happens in a mound visit? You got to throw strikes. Let's try to get ahead. He just walked two guys. What do you think is going to happen? He's going to try to throw a fastball more often than not for a strike. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with first pitch swinging there, but you need to execute. The problem that I have is that more often than not, this team doesn't execute. More often than not, we're swinging at pitchers' pitches. So, okay, you want to swing first pitch, but you don't swing at a freaking fastball at your head. You don't swing at a breaking ball down and away. You swing at a pitch that you can dominate. That's when you swing at a pitch that you can do damage with. But then, I said this before, you bring in one of the best hitters in baseball who is known for being patient, who is known for working pitches, working the count. Yet your philosophy is to have controlled aggression. How does that vibe? How does that vibe? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here as to why we've been watching what we've been watching. I don't think it's for a lack of trying. I believe they're trying. Maybe sometimes a little bit too hard. But I am starting to question now the message and how it's being delivered and why it's not getting there or the preparation. I think about something, right? And we know that the analytics department and everything, front office. And once again, man, shout out to everybody. We got over like 200 plus of you beautiful people up in here at almost midnight. And we'll try to get out of here, if not by midnight, be a little bit before midnight, but not too much after that. I think about something that Chili Davis said when he was the hitting coach. And he talked about how the analytics department was coming to him with information about pitchers and how they were approaching hitters that was outdated. He said they were giving me stuff and it was months back, week back, but there was nothing about how maybe that pitcher had adjusted and how he was doing most recently and how he was working recently. So then we were going there and it just wasn't matching up. Now we know that Chili also wasn't, he was more old school than anything, but I still wonder if things like this are going on. I still wonder if things like this are going on. I still wonder if you're bombarding some of these guys with too much information. Maybe there's some guys that you don't give all that information to, and you just let hit. But yeah, I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? I would get rid of these hitting coaches tonight, and I would ask Carlos Beltran to be the interim hitting coach. And then you say, Hector, why Carlos Beltran? Well, because Carlos Beltran is already part of the organization. He already works for the Mets. Carlos Beltran, we already see behind the cage every now and then talking to these hitters. Carlos Beltran, we read about how he was talking to this guy, talking to that guy about hitting. So that's why I would ask Carlos Beltran to just to finish this year out. And say, well, it's too late. I gotta try something. I gotta try something. We're almost done. Maybe the way Carlos Beltran delivers the message, maybe he could dumb it down enough. We know he was good with all the analytic stuff and stuff like that, right? So he understands the language, but maybe he can dumb it down enough so that these guys get it. I don't know. Or maybe we don't fire the hitting coaches and these guys figure it out. I don't know. But this sucks. This really sucks and it's not fun to watch. And again, I've been feeling like the summer's getting away from me and the season's getting away from me because we keep waiting for something. Even now, we're waiting to see if they bring up one or two of these young pitchers. You fire both. You fire both. And if you were going to keep one, and you're not going to like this, if you were going to keep one, to me, it would be Chavez. Because when I hear Chavez speak, I don't disagree with what he talks about. I don't disagree with what he talks about as far as hitting. And I've said this before. Most fans bring up Eric Chavez because they only know Eric Chavez. If you pay attention, right? If you pay attention and you listen to the guys and you read, the name that is always brought up is Barnes. Barnes is the one in the stories when I read about Brandon Nimmo changing his hitting style and trying to hit for more power. Barnes is quotes and is the one in the story when I read about Jeff McNeil now also trying to pull more and incorporate more power. Not Eric Chavez. Barnes is the one that I read about who comes up with the game plan on a day-to-day basis as to how they're going to attack the pitchers. It's Barnes, the name that I read and that I hear about as to what things are going on. And maybe you could tell me, you know what? That's reason to fire Chavez then. If he's supposed to be the hitting coach and he's not involved. Okay. But if the hitters are confused, if the game plan is not good, if they're not adjusting, when they change the pitcher and the hitter goes back to look at that stupid tablet, who's holding the tablet? Is it Chavez or is it Barnes? I see Barnes holding it. So that's the guy. To me, Barnes is really the problem. But at this point, you guys are a package deal. Get the hell out of here, both of you. The biggest move that the Mets needed to make before the deadline, at the deadline, or after the deadline was get rid of the current hitting coaches and bringing in someone else. I agree. I agree. And listen, I didn't agree early on because I do also believe that a lot of it's on the hitters. A lot of it is on the hitters. But I'm gonna give you something else as we get ready to wind this down. Give me a second here. And I had ambitions about what we wanted to do tonight, but time gets away from me. I talk too much. Quays is back there looking at me like, dude, what are we doing here? You told me this, and that. I was gonna try to share some of the audio from Mendy and Sal so we could react to a little bit of his comments. Some that pissed me off, some that I was okay, but I kind of touched on what pissed me off, and it was this whole thing about pulling Clay Holmes last night and trying to be aggressive. Like, come on, dude, have a better feel. Last year you showed a good feel for the game. This year you're not showing a good feel for the game. You're not pressing the right buttons. Now, where the hell was I going? Because I totally forgot. My guy Diarrhea says the more this season goes on, the more I feel like this team has zero chemistry. Something is really missing. They feel soulless. Yeah, man. There's a lot of times, and that's tough sometimes when you're losing games. Again, because you're disappointed too. Nobody wants to lose. These guys are not going out there wanting to lose. This is something else that Mendy said today that I totally, totally understand. And again, sometimes I say this. Shout out to my guy Statement. Appreciate the repost, my brother. Mendy said, "Listen, I know it's about results, but we're hitting the balls hard. The exit velo, this, and that." He said, "Guys are frustrated." He said, "Guys sometimes come in the dugout and they're frustrated because they have 8 guys coming up to them saying, 'Hey, good hit, good rope, good red. Don't worry about it. Stay right there. Don't change nothing. You hit it hard. It'll drop it next time." And he's like, "Guys are like, man, I just want a broken bat hit. I just want a bloop." He's like, What do you tell a guy in that situation? Yo, don't hit the ball that hard." And I get it. Because like I said, it's softball, Hector. What the fuck are you talking about? You play softball. I get it. But the mentality, the mental part of the game is still the same if you're a competitor. And if you can't tell that my lunatic ass is too much of a competitor, so I don't like making outs. I don't like being in slumps. But I get in slumps. I'm washed up. I've been in a season long slump, honestly, to this year, where I'm really considering giving this shit up. But anyway, that's not the point. Yesterday, I hit a ball pretty good. It didn't drop. It was an out. I come back to the dugout. Guess what I got? Oh, you hit it hard. Don't worry about it. That was a good piece. I don't want to hear that shit. And I told them I don't want to hear it. I want to hit, damn it. I'll take a bloop right now. So when I hear Mendy say that today, I'm laughing because I'm like, damn, I get it, man. I get it. Junior knows. Junior played baseball with me. He know I'm a lunatic. But I get it. So I get it. Guess what happened, ladies and gentlemen? Next at bat, I got a little bloop hit. I wasn't happy because I want to hit the ball hard and drop it for a hit, right? When you hit it harder, there's an out, you be like, I'll take a bloop. When you get a bloop, you're like, freak. That was a lucky hit. I'll take it. But then the next at bat, I smoked something really nice, and now we're feeling good, right? But sometimes you need that bloop hit to feel good. So I get it. But we need results. Yes, Mendy, we need results. The results ain't happening. Getting swept by the Guardians is unacceptable. Starting out the month 1-5 at home is unacceptable. Continuously not being able to get the job done with runners in scoring position at this point of the season is unacceptable. Oh, Junior, yo no sirvo, manito. Yo me voy a retirar ya. I think next year might be my last year. Get ready to play softball next year, though, because next year I'm trying to put a team together. I might manage again. Put one more team together one last time so I can have some fun with people that I enjoy playing with. I enjoy playing with everybody, but with people that I really enjoy playing with. But I want to put a good team together, go out there and try to win one more championship with my peoples. You might have to be a part of that, bro. I know you don't like playing softball, but ain't no more baseball. What are we gonna do, man? Anyways, got to get out of here. See, now when I start talking about myself, but it's time to get out of here, and it's midnight. And I said we're gonna try to get out of here before midnight. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. The point is, man, we need this team to start winning, man. Take this day off, refocus, fire these damn hitting coaches. I hope. I don't know. It doesn't matter, man. Whatever the hell you do, but we need to start winning, man. We need to start winning. We need Brandon Nimmo to get out of his funk. This is what I was gonna say before. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Why I'm thinking maybe we do need to get the hell rid of these hitting coaches. Who's having the best year, ladies and gentlemen? Who's having the best year on the New York Mets as far as hitting? Pete Alonso. Let me help you in case you don't know. Peter Morgan Alonso, MV Mother effing Pete, is having the best year. I will look up the numbers, but I don't want to waste too much time. And I have them right here, but we're not going to do that. Pete's having a phenomenal year. I read a story. I don't know if it was The Athletic. I don't know if it was The Post. Shout out to both of those, whatever the hell. Where Mendoza was talking and a couple of people were talking. And we've heard this before. They talked about this before. Peter Alonso gets a report every day on the team's the day's pitching from what is it, baseline, whatever the hell he was working with this offseason. From Scott Boras, and then whatever the hell the team does later on, right? But he gets these reports. We've heard about that early on. And this recent story, they said, Mendoza said, if you get up in the plane when we're traveling, on the bus, in the plane, and you walk by Peter Alonso's in his tablet looking at all the pitchers that we're going to face in the next series. So Peter Alonso's putting in his own work, has outside sources helping him, and he's having the best year as a New York Met. Now, to be fair, I'm pretty sure other guys do some of this stuff too at their own level, right? Maybe there's other guys getting reports from Boras and he's not the only client of Boras, right? We know all these other guys have their own hitting coaches and stuff like that. But Peter Alonso is the only one that I'm hearing about right now that is doing that kind of thing. And he's having the best year. Stay away from Chavez and Barnes, Pete. Keep doing your thing, my guy. These other guys need to figure it out. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, again, man, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate all the reposts. Fuck them damn Yankees, Felix, but I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for checking in. Shout out to my guy, Felix, man. We're gonna miss you in the fantasy football, though, my guy. I think you need to revisit that decision. But anyways, and listen, your Yankees ain't going nowhere either. Your Yankees are going nowhere fast. Did they win today? I think they did. But your Yankees is doing just as bad, if not worse, than we are. Listen, New York sports really sucks, to be honest with you guys, man. New York sports just teases us. Think about this. The summer's almost over. What do we got to look forward to? The Giants? The Jets? Now, I haven't really paid much attention. I know there's some hype in both camps on a different level, and they're both expected to be better teams. But come on. They could surprise us. But are any of them expected to make a playoff? And if they do, make any playoff run? Come on. The Knicks, who the hell knows what we're going to get from them guys? So, I need this team to turn it the hell around. The Bills look legit. The Bills look legit every year until the playoffs, and then they're the Bills. The New York Liberty, right? You're right. The New York Liberty. Oh, golly. And the NYCFC soccer team. Hey, at least they'll be our neighbors in a couple of years out there in Queens. They'll be the Mets neighbors. Unbelievable. New York sports is just a tease, ladies and gentlemen. They just tease us. They tease us. And then the sports gods are like, yo, New York, you stupid cocky mofos. You win a couple of games. Look at the Knicks. We win a first round series. We don't know how to act. We want to shut down 7th Avenue. People are climbing poles. All kinds of nonsense. And then it's, we made the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years. I'm supposed to celebrate this. Too old for that, man. Especially the way that season went with the Knicks. Talk about not having any hope or belief. Not me. I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out to my Knicks guys, man. Shout out to State. I don't know if my guy Tony's in here. They'll call me casual, a casual Knicks fan. I'm not a casual Knicks fan, guys. I'm just hurt. I'm a hurt sports fan. I'm about to become a casual Mets fan. They keep this shit up. Like I said, I had no desire to go to the games. Crazy's back there laughing. He knows. He texted me earlier this morning, going to the game. Fuck no. Hell to the no. What am I gonna do with these tickets? I don't fucking know. Give them to a homeless person. Maybe they go. Because they know finding the right mind when they go out there on a Wednesday afternoon. And when guys want to, oh yeah, we love the crowd. We love the crowd. Mendoza said, yeah, we love the crowd. We gotta start rewarding it. You better start. Because as much as this crowd has been hype and coming out and filling that stadium, they'll turn very quickly if we don't start playing better baseball. I know. I've been there by myself. Anyways, shut the hell up, heck. 7 minutes past your time. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Little small gathering, but an intimate gathering. And that's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. But like I said, man, just frustrated, just anxious, just like want to believe in this team. Don't want to lose hope in this team. Shout out to the Pope. Hope is not a strategy. Well, you know what, Pope? I'm just a fan, man. I don't make the strategy. I just talk nonsense like I know the strategy. Like I have a strategy, but I'm just a fan. All we have is hope as fans. All we have is hope. And right now, that hope is fading. We almost got no hit today. I almost forgot about that. We almost got no hit today until Teflon Juan wants to hit a home run and then doesn't want to take the pick. Meanwhile, he's smiling the whole time. Come on, Juan. What is that? No, just having fun, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you gotta have fun for certain people, that lack in comprehension. But we're trying to be good. We're trying to ignore a situation. So on that note, we're gonna get out of here because that just popped in my head and it makes me want to go off, but we don't want to do that. My guy Junior says, hope is not a strategy, but now this is going up to bat with thoughts and prayers instead of see the ball and hit the ball. Yeah. But then some of them will tell you there's no such thing as see the ball and hit the ball no more. You have to have preparation. You have to know that 76% of the time he's going to throw me a splitter. And 65% of the time he's going to throw a fastball. And 35% of the time he's going to throw a changeup. And 12% of the time he might throw a slider because it's at least you. Give me a fucking break, man. Give me a damn break. John Doe. John Doe. Listen up, John Doe. I don't want to hear that crap right there. Lots of injuries in the East. Knicks can get a cheap ticket into the Eastern Conference. There's no such thing. There is no such thing, man. When are we going to learn? Like I said, going into the Giants series, I was told the Giants sold. Mets should be able to handle them. They almost swept our asses. The Guardians got a couple of guys suspended. They sold. They got nothing to play for. It is the total opposite. It is the total opposite, especially with these baseball teams. Because you know what happens when you sell and you get rid of guys? That is opportunity for other guys that weren't playing. And now they want to try to take advantage. Whether that be a young guy that's get called up, whether that be a career minor leaguer that this is his only shot, whether it be a veteran or anybody who's fighting for their next contract, there is always something to play for. The problem is when you think you don't have to play that hard, when you think you do have it made, we're going to cruise in here, and then you show up and you play like the 2025 New York Mets that make me fucking sick. So I don't want to hear that nonsense about we could just walk in because this team is injured and that team is injured and that team is injured. Go out there and play ball, damn it. Because nothing is guaranteed. That is damn right. Nothing is guaranteed. So thank you, John Doe, for firing me up as we get out of here. I'm such an ass. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, for the third time, and this time is for real, man. We appreciate you. We thank you. This is extremely late. But some of you guys, I know you probably was like, man, yes, at least this lunatic is on. Help me to pass some time at work because I got to work this damn graveyard shift. So you're welcome. You're welcome. See, we help each other. We help each other out. You guys help me now get a little sane, let go of some of the frustration, and try to get ready to try to root for this damn team on Friday again. But tomorrow, at least during the daytime, we'll forget about this damn team. Have a good night, everybody. And even though they make us sick, let's go, Mets. Peace.
Click full of animals and we made ourselves with minimal. Fuck you, no subliminals. Putting in this work, nigga. That's why they feelings hurt, nigga. Swear we need a hearse cause we rep our shites to the dirt, nigga. If I'm in the club,